We do like to be beside the seaside. Or do we? For the last 30 years, the British seaside holiday has been forgotten in favour of foreign sun and cheap package holidays. Until now. A record number of Brits are being forced to holiday at home. But can our coasts cope with the modern tourist? Duncan Bannatyne is here to find out.
This is probably the biggest task in my life.
He'll take on 6 resorts.
Ooh, flies everywhere. It's just a bad way to run a business.
Their failing attractions.
How long can you survive if we don't do anything?
6 months, but then after that we will be in dire straits.
And struggling owners.
I'm fucking annoyed. Fucking annoyed.
Resorts at the ready.
I've been busting my balls here.
Businesses beware.
What on earth have I let myself in for?
Woman sakes, tell the ice cream!
There's a seaside storm coming.
If this replicates the Great British Summer Holiday, well, we're in trouble, aren't we?
Remember when a cheap flight to Spain really was cheap? Or when Benidorm was just a weekend away? Well, all that's changed. And as a result, tourists are turning down travelling and instead are once again visiting our seaside resorts, like Ramsgate. Boasting the only royal harbour in the kingdom, in recent times the resort of Ramsgate has been losing its allure.
I think that the last 30 years people have got used to travelling abroad and maybe they've forgotten what they've got at home.
But with revellers rediscovering our resorts, Ramsgate is on the rise, and tourists are once again dropping by in their droves for fun, sun and big ice creams.
It's got everything at Ramsgate, lots of character, beautiful old buildings, good chip shops, the pubs are great.
The pubs may be brilliant, but some of the tourist attractions have seen better days.
A few years ago, it was a mecca for children. They all used to go that way, but it actually has gone downhill a bit.
They're talking about the Westcliff Boating Lake. Once a bustling Art Deco bandstand, it's now become a murky boating lake with cafeteria, penny arcade, kiddies' playground and, well, that's about it. Believe it or not, this is a key business to Ramsgate and its tourism. Need I say more?
It needs puckering up a little bit, doesn't it? Because you don't want to lose it. It's part of Ramsgate, isn't it?
For this not to be here would be a tragedy, an absolute tragedy.
But it is here, and it needs therapy, urgently.
The corners, make sure you get the corners.
As if I don't know how to clean a table. I'm going to hit him in a minute.
Owned by this charming double act, brother and sister Thalys and Katie, the Westcliff Leisure Park's been in their family for over 30 years.
Who's the boss? Well, I think I am.
Idiot.
Katie, you can't just lie.
I just did.
5 years ago, their father Andrew put the business up for sale.
When Dad said he's selling this place, I really thought I could do it. He laughed at me and said, I haven't got any collateral, any business sense, any money.
No one's laughing now. To raise the £120,000 to buy the park, Thalys used the family home as security. Not his, Katie's.
It's not something I really wanted to do, but obviously help family out and, you know, as much as you can. So that's how it all started, really.
When Sally and Katie first took that place over, when they bought it off their dad, Katie was in the catering business for a while, so she kind of knew. With Sally, it was like, I think he thought it was going to be a lot easier than what it was.
With both working all hours they can and not making any profit, something's got to give.
We've just been slowly digging ourselves deeper and deeper, refinancing, remortgaging, consolidating loans and then starting it all over again. We can't do that anymore. The juggling days are kind of over.
If remortgaging Katie's house wasn't bad enough, they now owe a total of £200,000, so both the business and their livelihoods are on the line.
It's the last thing I want to happen is to lose the house and be homeless with 2 kids.
If we don't get any help, then things really will come to a full stop. We'll have to close, there's no 2 ways about it.
But there's one man who isn't about to let this boating lake drain every penny from the business, Duncan Bannatyne. Worth an estimated £320 million, this money-making mogul started his vast empire selling ice cream. Now he swapped the flake for a lake in the hope of giving Thalys a taste of the tourism big time.
I mean, I've been to so many of these places now, and I just see them like this. There's so much potential, and there's so much it could be done, and you just see them deteriorating like this. It's just not right. I just can't understand it. I don't know if it's the British public that's not visiting the resorts enough to get the money to make the places good, or if it's the owners. But it's bad. It's pretty bad. If this is the main attraction, it's looking very, very shoddy. This should, you know, either don't have it or have it right. I don't have it at all. It's absolutely disgusting. You must be Thali, are you?
I am Thali.
And Kate, nice to meet you.
Andrew.
Now,
if a family came here, mother, father, 2 kids, spend a day here.
Yeah.
What do you think they would say? How do you think they would feel?
And I think hopefully they'd go away feeling happy. To be honest, I also feel that they would probably say the place is a bit tired and needs a bit of work doing to it.
A bit tired and needs a bit of work done to it.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of an underestimation.
whew.
Ah, the sheer glamour of it, Duncan.
Well, that's not one day's rubbish. That's not from this morning, surely. It's not nice, and it smells. Oh, look at the flies. There's flies everywhere. Likes to keep his bins full. All wins over £1.50. It must be witnessed by one of our staff. How do I know I'm going to win? I might win £1.50.
Yeah.
And I haven't told a member of staff I'm going to win £1.50. Do I still get my money?
Yeah.
My dad used to have an allotment like this. We'd just go and sit and just like to get out of the house and get away from the kids. It just doesn't serve any purpose. I don't know why it's here. At least there's no needles. This was here when we came in. I'm not seeing a commitment to pick things up and to tidy things up and look after the place and the love of the place. I'm not seeing any of that because it hasn't picked these up. I've done it. Fella really needs a rocket up his arse. It's going to be pretty bad. Are you sure you want to see it?
Yeah, I have to see it.
But it isn't just Duncan's opinion that matters. Katie and Thali must also face their customers. Duncan sent in his version of MI5. Meet the Hurst family from Kent. There's Mum Christina and Dad Daniel. Then Adam, Marco, Lucas and little Sylvie with her dolly. Armed with their secret camera, the Hursts and some of their friends have filmed their day out, and the findings are now ready to view.
There are no clues as to what it is.
I thought it was going to be like a really big theme park.
Cheer up, you're supposed to be enjoying yourself.
Yeah, but this is a bit too old.
Hey?
It's a bit too old, no?
This place is too old.
How old is this place?
It's only 100 years old.
From the name, you will think it's something much more than what this actually is.
Yes.
The way the fence is so high, it just doesn't look like children's friendly.
Children friendly,
Yeah.
The playground was a bit boring and really dirty.
There was this slide. I didn't think that was very safe.
It reminds me of a horror movie.
Oh, God, you stupid bloody...
I'm right.
Oh, Christ.
Not safe, boring.
Yeah.
Like a horror movie.
It's quite upsetting to hear, but it's true.
The boats need to be changed. You can see that reach the end of their life.
The water was there and you could smell it and it stank.
Oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, look at flies and everything. Somebody actually tried to clean this, so they used the tissue. Oh, that's nasty. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to use these toilets. I am desperate, but I am not going to use these toilets.
Why is it not clean?
Well, I have to disagree there. The place is clean. That's one of our main objectives, is to always keep the place clean.
The family feedback may be over, but Duncan's only just getting started.
Who's responsible?
We're both responsible for the whole place. Every job that needs doing, we are both aware of and we delegate as necessary.
So that means that you both failed?
Yeah, there are things that need to be done, especially today.
The day I visit can't be the one day where everything goes wrong. All the staff decide not to do their jobs. Can't.
Ah, you are right. You're possibly right there.
I want to be convinced that helping you here would really save this place, and you would really put more effort into it.
Do you know what, Duncan? I've got to say, we are honoured and feel very lucky that we somehow even managed to get through and find ourselves here with you today talking.
Look.
If you think I'm going to let you walk away from here thinking those guys don't give a shit, then you're absolutely wrong.
Okay, so before I make my decision on whether or not to help you, I want to speak to you both separately. Okay? So you can go and see your kids, pick up the cigarette butts, and I'll have a chat with Katie.
No worries.
Okay.
Okay, see you in a second.
Off you go now.
Yeah, fucking annoyed. Yeah.
Tell me really why this place is so bad.
Maybe it is just the fact that we are rubbish business people. We've never had any experience in running a business, which is, we are failing at it. I didn't want to go into business. I didn't want to have all this responsibility.
So why did you?
Because my brother came to me and needed help, and as family, we help each other.
What if I told you what you were doing wrong was working with Alice and you should get rid of him?
Oh, I couldn't do that.
You couldn't do that?
No.
You just wouldn't accept it?
I couldn't do this on my own.
I need to see a lot more from you and Thales when I leave here to convince me to come back.
Okay.
I really do.
Okay.
You know, you talk with passion, you talk about 100% commitment, but I don't see it in your eyes.
Coming up, Katie's got a big problem.
It's been here 5 minutes and already I'm angry.
And the boating lake has problems all of its own.
Oh my God, that is actual shit as well.
Like many of our British seaside resorts, Ramsgate in Kent had been forgotten as we chose foreign bargain breaks for our holidays. But now, with the pound down, we Brits are back, and our resorts are revelling in our return.
People shouldn't be going on planes to go to fancy resorts and spending good money. They should be staying here in Britain and supporting Britain. And I think most people will do it if the resort is worth visiting.
But sadly, Westcliff may not be worth the visit, which is bad news for owners, brother and sister Thally and Katie, who are in deep financial sherbet and sinking fast.
Thally really needs a rocket up his arse.
The stress being in this position is just huge.
Do you think he has an inability to listen?
I think that he's a very strong character. He has a very strong personality. I think that his whole heart and soul is in this place.
I think somebody needs to pick him up and throw him in that bloody pond or something.
I'd love to. If I could lift him up, believe me, I'd do it. I would actually do it.
I need to know he's got his heart in this place if I'm going to help him. And you're the first person to say it is.
No, I know Thally very, very well. I know that he will do whatever it takes to sort this place out. I can guarantee that.
I think I'm getting more passion from you than two of them put together.
I think they're a bit like rabbits in headlights at the moment in this situation, whereas
Okay.
I'm sort of a little bit removed, so I can tell you the truth.
The boating lake is bad, but not beyond rescue. And to save the business, Duncan has put together a plan.
I know this place is a little gold mine. I know it can work. Point one is to rebrand and give the place an identity, because it hasn't got one. People don't know if it's a greasy spoon, or a nice restaurant, or a day out for the kids. Is it an amusement arcade, or is it a pleasure park? We need to solve that. Part two of the plan is to bring back the glory days.
Yeah.
Certainly it needs some renovation, some atmosphere. And if we're going to have a boating pool, it needs to be a proper boating pool. Some nice water, some nice boats, otherwise there's no point having a boating pool. Part three is the most important. It's called events, events, events. For me, I don't know why you're not putting events on constantly. This is, you know, with this view, the location, by the sea, it's the perfect place to put events on.
No answer about that.
You know, your mother told me your heart wasn't in this place. She said your heart was in music. Because your heart is in music, why don't we bring the music in here? Get the piano, bring it over here, and start playing it today.
Come with me, guys.
Duncan has hit on Thally's secret passion, the piano.
Well, guys, we're taking the piano over there so that I can play it and make myself look stupid. Just for a second.
For 14 years, Thally forged a successful career as a musician.
Fucking hell. I love the piano. I had some successes along the way, and then I've dropped all of that, and then I've taken on this place. Over this way.
Duncan thinks if Thally can put the same amount of passion into Westcliff as he does into his music, there's hope for the business.
You think this is a good idea?
I think it's a fantastic idea. I really do.
I can't hear it. We've got to move it. Mind we don't fucking fall in the water. Could you ask Katie to see if she can hear it, please? Kate?
You can, but it's not very loud.
Is she taking the piss or what?
It's the keys that were stopping it, only the keys.
What are we going to do? How are we getting around the pole?
You sit to that end. Come here. Lift this one over the post. The leg goes at the back of the post. Easy, easy. Come on.
Yeah, all right then. That's it. Yeah. It's a bit of work.
I certainly would come down if the music was right, yeah. If it was, and the sun was shining, of course, on a summer's day, it'd be great.
Bally's very talented anyway, so I think it would be good.
Doesn't stop singing in the kitchen. Always singing.
So, that wasn't difficult, was it?
Actually, my hands are freezing. It was more difficult than it looked.
Well, you didn't pick up the litter, but you did bring the piano over and start playing the piano.
Yeah.
See how easy it is? Bring your heart into the business. Simple as that. I think Thally's now proven that he's got the heart, but does he have the balls to pull this off? I need to find out.
With a renewed sense of purpose, Thally and Katie finally get their asses in gear. First, they need to give the place a good clean. Next is a visit to the local award-winning attraction for inspiration.
So it's beautiful and clean, isn't it?
Yeah, and colourful.
We should have flowers.
Yeah, definitely. It's just really lovely. It just looks fresh and well maintained. No, I like the boat. Imagine the photos they'd have with the shark.
One of the differences between our business and this is that ours is really old and tired, you know. This looks new and fresh.
Look at the fence compared to ours, how lovely that is. That just looks nicer, doesn't it?
Yeah. I actually would like to have a game of golf. Have we got time?
No, Thally. Time is money. So, with a renewed sense of purpose, Thally heads off to kickstart Westcliff's revival. Top of the list is bagging the first event booking.
I've come today to formally invite you to have your garden party up at the boating pool this year.
It would be possible, I'm sure, to hold some sort of an event, and it's, you know, very generous of you to offer.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Dan. Thank you very much. That was really good. The mayor's my new best mate, basically.
With Westcliff being the perfect venue for events, and with new best friends to use it, Thally is hoping that the bookings just keep on coming all year round. Talking of friends, word has got round to local businesses about Westcliff's regeneration, and some have offered help.
There's evidence of fence all the way around there and around the side.
The fence looks like Alcatraz here, but it costs £40,000 for a new fence.
So, no chance of escaping, but luckily the council have come to the rescue and offered to help out.
What you basically want to do is bring more people back into this open space, and the whole promenade here was built for visitors. That's what the listed buildings are for. The more it's used, the better. So I'm sure we can help you with this.
It's the next day, and the diary is buzzing with a procession of local businesses all keen to help put Westcliff back on the tourist map. They just haven't turned up yet.
Today we've got a guy coming to have a look at the toilet floors for us.
We've got a friend of mine coming down to see about the weeding.
A guy coming to see about levelling the playground and putting bark.
Mark Barkman.
There's quite a few coming today, yeah. Should be good. This is our downside, the toilets. But I think the main issue in here is the floors, because when you walk in, they're just black
that's
and
why
dark
I think whatever you do, once the floor covering's down, it sets the rest off
it'll
anyway.
make it look completely different. And hopefully it'll put a smile on Duncan's face as well.
Yes, hopefully.
A few days later and Duncan is back in Ramsgate to check on progress for himself. And his first stop, as always, is the gentleman's convenience.
Whew. OK, I mean, it is quite a dreary-looking place, but it's not nice and it smells. There's flies everywhere. It's terrible. It really is. I'm very unhappy about this.
How are you, all right?
I'm good, yeah, nice to see you.
And you?
Now, we need to talk.
OK.
They've been here 5 minutes and already I'm angry. I've just been in Jen's toilet, it's filthy.
She's just come out of there with the toilet cleaning products.
You're in charge of cleaning. Can you smell it?
Yes. I'd like to get out, actually.
Oh, you'd like to get out? Well, but these are your toilets. It's what your customer use and you want to rush out because it's that bad. That's urine. You know, that's what it smells.
With Thally and Katie making a mess of things, Duncan decides to give them something to aim at.
I've got a challenge for you. I'm going to supply you with 200 cream scones.
Scones?
I've set them a challenge to sell 200 cream teas. Now, I don't expect they would ever sell 200 cream teas in one day. That's not what I want. What I want is to see them trying and trying and trying till the sun goes down.
Duncan wants them to reconnect with their business and their customers and learn to work as a Westcliff team. So here's the challenge. Thalys and Katie have been given 200 scones and 200 dollops of cream, a price of £2.50 and a few customers. All they've got to do is shift the lot before sundown. Sounds easy.
Can't believe it. What a mission. There's so many. Would you like one? Right, thank you anyway. Thank you. Yeah, that went well.
Where's the jam? There's a pot for 2 and 2 scones with jam and butter.
And 2 more over here.
OK, thank you.
I don't think they'll sell 50.
So far, we've got 200 scones to sell to about 10 people.
The scones and the tea was quite nice, actually.
Very nice.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed it. In fact, I'm quite tempted to go and have another one.
I was a size 10 this morning.
I've just been down there and asked like 6 people, and they're like, no, thanks. It's like, OK, great, thank you.
Well, it's just not very busy in this particular site here today, so I think we're going to have to take our selling, you know, further afield.
Yeah, hello. Have you been down to Westcliff Leisure Park today? Doing a fantastic bargain cream tea today, £2.50. It's to die for. There's only a few left.
Yeah.
If you go now, I'm sure you'll get one.
Oh, that's very good.
Well, it's 2 hours since I set the challenge. And Thalys still out there knocking on doors. I think he's trying, he's persevering. Maybe we're finding something out today. How many you sold?
So far, very quick count, I think probably about 40.
This challenge is the turning point for Thally. I can see his attitude has changed. You know, there's a glimmer of hope.
As well as the 40 cream teas Thally has sold, Katie has shifted an additional 39 in the cafe, making a grand total of 79. It's well below Duncan's initial target of 200, but significantly better than his prediction of 50. And at last, he's impressed.
You look as if you brought your heart here today.
Thank you, Duncan.
That's what I like.
Yeah, thank you.
Your whole heart's in this now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's been a long day, and I'm quite happy that they've risen to the challenge on the cream teas. When I first came here, I was worried about the commitment from Thally. I was worried about his heart, but his heart was in it today. He was very determined today. He was out there, and he was selling. He was doing his best. He was running around, and I really think he put a lot into it today.
Coming up, Duncan pulls on a penny.
Right, nice pot of tea, next cup of tea.
Lovely, Duncan.
And Thalys tries to plug a big hole in the business.
Do we have a budget to cover another day? The answer to that is probably no.
Ramsgate, Kent. Royal Harbour, stunning Edwardian architecture, and for the first time in 5 years, the tourists are flooding back to be beside the seaside.
Absolutely love Ramsgate. Best one along this coast, we think.
But there's one place the tourists are avoiding as they stroll along the prom, Westcliff Leisure Park. Owners Thally and Katie are barely breaking even, and Katie's house is on the line.
It's been in the family for so long that if You know, Uncle George, it was successful. For my dad, it was successful. And now for us, we're sort of struggling. We would feel like failures if it all went wrong for us.
But there's hope on the horizon. Work has begun to put the heart back in the park. To help with the makeover, Valley and Katie have called on friends and family.
To get this place looking the way we'd like it to look, I'm going to try to draw upon really any source of help that I can. You know, a lot of friends and family have companies in the area.
But there's a way to go before Westcliffe's former glory is restored.
And it is a bit daunting to think, what if it doesn't get done? You know, have we got enough time? But we just have to have faith and hopefully it'll all come together.
First on site, a convoy of trucks, each carrying 14 tonnes of playground bark for the new-look Adventureland.
My God. How much of it there is, though?
It's so old. I suppose, yeah, it's sad in a way because it's been here since we were kids, but it needed to go.
The slide is not the only geriatric ride to go. Some of the more decrepit pedalos are also skipped, leeches and all. With the boat safely dry docked, 470,000 gallons of filthy, fetid water can be pumped out. That's 2.1 million litres, did you know? Or the equivalent of 3.7 million pints of milk. Just don't go drinking it.
You wouldn't want to put your hand in there while you're in the boat at the moment, you know. So hopefully it'll be lovely, beautiful, clear, sparkling water. You know, give people confidence to get back in the boat again and see if we find any fish, maybe a few dead bodies.
You're joking, right? But the following morning, all the empty pool reveals is a mass of putrid green sludge.
Total chaos. Especially the pool. A very disruptive atmosphere.
Oh my God. That is actual shit. That is real duck shit and seagull shit and all of that.
With the sludge busters busy dredging 100 tonnes of silt from the pool, Valley and Katie head to the town to market Westcliff to tourists, something they've never done before.
Have you got the flyers?
Yeah, of course I've got the flyers. They're right here.
Excellent.
Oh, look, what that here?
Sally!
I can't
I'm still caught up with you. The boating pool is relaunching.
Yay!
Okay, let's make a plan.
Excellent, thank you. All right, thank you. Bye, bye guys, hopefully see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow, daytime.
It seems that flyering for the business could really help Westcliff to take off. But as with any brother and sister relationship, it soon gets more than a little competitive.
Thank you.
It's too windy.
No, I'm doing much better than him, clearly. I've got 3 flyers left, and I bet he's still giving them out now.
Katie!
I'm gonna beat you. All that excess weight, it's hard for him to move.
Oh, you could have done that. I should have dived through the window.
With the flyering over, they take a call from Duncan. Since he's had a closer look at Thalley's books, Duncan has got a new plan to increase revenue in the business.
You've got 2 big arcades there. I really think very strongly
You need to reduce that.
to 1 and get rid of 1 and then utilise the other room for something else.
I think to do that right now, in the middle of the summer, I'm not sure if that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think it would have any effect on the take-ins if all those machines are the best machines were in 1 room. The same number of
People would go into 1 arcade.
is going to do 2 arcades. It would not affect your take-ins.
Yeah.
Motivated.
Thank you very much, Duncan.
Thanks, Duncan.
Okay, you're very welcome. Thank you. See ya. Bye-bye now.
If the events room can have 40 covers and regular bookings, Valley and Katie could make more in a week than the arcade makes in a month.
I can sense an absolute reluctance in Tallis to make changes. Tallis absolutely needs to change to survive. He's hardly making a living. He's certainly not making enough to pay back his debt. And he needs to do something. At the end of the day, he could have nothing.
After working long into the night, the waste removal team have finally got rid of all the sludge. Now the hard work begins. And as usual, Katie is getting stuck in.
Why do people think women can't do jobs like this?
And so far, she's definitely the driving force.
It feels wicked having loads of people. They've all come in to help out. We've still got loads to do, so hopefully it's going to be a really good help. But it's such a good feeling knowing that everyone's hands-on and we're getting there slowly.
A local nursery is providing a splash of colour to the park's borders. New flooring is going down in the ladies and gents, and Fally's mates have set to work building the brand new ticket office and bridge for the boating lake. Fally's finally got to grips with Duncan's programme for the new events room. And the fencing is finally up, paid in part by the council.
So much has happened, so much has gone on. I just can't believe it's actually happening, really. And all the big things that are making such a difference it's just absolutely overwhelmingly amazing.
There aren't many places like this still around, but it seems to be coming back full circle now, where people really do want to come back to the seaside, and they do want to have just innocent family fun, you know.
But a boating pool is not a boating pool without one vital ingredient. No, it's not old shopping trolleys. Finally, the makeover is finished for the newly named West Cliff Boating Pool.
Just a few moments' time.
Listen to this.
Well, there's something going on at the boating pool there. They're going to invite you to their big launch garden party today, because they've been working on this, haven't they? It's on today from 2 till 7 o'clock. Duncan himself will be there, so taking place at the boating pool, which is along West Cliff Promenade there in Ramsgate. It's good to see that being used again, isn't it? It really is.
The place is packed with tourists and locals alike. 4 weeks ago, Fally and Katie were owners of an empty, dishevelled boating lake that tourists avoided like the plague, and debts of £200,000.
20, 30 years ago, you know, this place was absolutely booming, especially in the summertime. You know, compare that to now, you know, the numbers just simply aren't coming down. You know, and that makes for quite an average summer, and it's the summer months that you need to be busy to carry the year. You know, we've just been slowly digging ourselves deeper and deeper into trouble, and it's got to a stage now where we can't do that anymore. Things really have to turn around.
If the business does fail, then I will lose my house. It's the last thing I want to happen, is to be homeless with 2 kids. You know, it's not a very nice feeling at all, is it?
But look at it now. The boating lake has gone from a stinking pond to a sparkling new attraction. And a new boating ticket office, bridge, and reconditioned pedalos all add to its appeal. The playground no longer looks like a drab 70s pub garden. Now it's a safe and fun place to play with new flooring, reconditioned rides, and a new children's attraction. The fence is no longer lethal high security, now classy high quality, to reveal one of West Cliff's best assets, the view. The old arcade has gone from a dreary, underused space to a bright, attractive and contemporary room for dining and events. Even the loos have been given a new lease of life. Duncan will be relieved. Speaking of Duncan,
I'm going back today on the big relaunch day. At the beginning of the summer, this place was really on its knees. And I really hope that they've turned it around. But it's a big ask.
Duncan's back, and with a launch and a mayor's tea party planned, he's expecting to be impressed. Coming up, Duncan takes to the stage.
Good evening, everyone.
And the stage is set for the secret family to return. Ramsgate, Kent. The British tourists have returned to their natural habitat, and West Cliff Boating Lake is finally full of them.
I think it's wonderful to see it being revived back to its glory days.
It's really nice, really nice.
You like it, don't you?
Yeah, that's the main thing, isn't it?
Owners Fally and Katie's struggling business has been helped by entrepreneur Duncan Bannatyne.
Wow, this looks impressive. Love the signage.
Hi, Katie, how are you?
All right, you?
I'm good. I'm good. You?
Good.
Sally, how are you?
All right.
Yeah.
Punch and Judy?
Yeah, we've got a punch and Judy for today. This was the old arcade.
10 tables.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's 40 covers.
Exactly.
So if you took an average of even £20 per cover per day, that's £800 a day.
Exactly. And we were making something like £800 a month with the arcade.
Take £5 a week.
Yeah.
So, level ground in here, filled with bark.
Yeah.
That's much safer, isn't it?
Yeah, much safer. And the new fence, Duncan?
Oh, the fence is wonderful. Fantastic. Are you pleased?
I'm very pleased.
I'm happy for you. Fantastic.
It's an emotional moment for everyone.
Thank you. Everyone's having fun. I just feel really... I feel like I want to cry because I'm that happy.
The first impression is that this is absolutely fantastic. We've really turned this place around, and a lot of people have worked very, very hard. I mean, there's 3 points in my business plan were, firstly, identity. And I think this place really has an identity now. People know where it's a family attraction. And the second point was really about bringing this back to its former glory, which I think we've achieved. And, you know, lastly, it was making money through events. Business is about making money, and through events, they can make it pay.
Hello, Ramsgate. This is officially now open, the new boating pool.
To see Valley in his element and happy again and not stressed is wonderful. I'm just so happy today, it's amazing.
Enjoy, thank you very much indeed.
A year ago we actually thought that it was over, and to see it like this, it's like back from the dead, you know, it's just crazy. And so many people are saying that it reminds them of how it used to be, and that's what we were going for. So, I mean, it couldn't be better. It's amazing, absolutely amazing.
We think he's done a wonderful job.
It's a lovely place to come. You can walk along the seafront, stop for ice cream, don't we? Yeah, that's what we do, yeah.
With Tally and Katie's staff overrun for the first time ever, Duncan decides to lend a hand.
Right, nice 14.
Lovely, Duncan, very good.
Thank you very much indeed. Let me just put this in. There you go, my darling. Help yourself to sugar, 80 pence, thank you. Yeah, madam. White, no sugar? So, how are they taken? It's looking good, eh? Would you like this when you owned it?
No, never.
Oh,
so much money in there.
Yeah. Do you want to buy it back? No. It's very gratifying that the cafe looks like a business now. To make a business like this work when it's quiet, you have to put events on. I mean, instead of making a few tens of pounds or even a few hundreds of pounds, this place today should make thousands of pounds.
As an extra surprise for the boating lake, Duncan has invited along local resident and celebrity tenor Jonathan Ansell. With this much attention, tourists are beginning to tune in to what Westcliff has to offer.
Jonathan, hi.
Hi, Duncan. It's lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you.
Thanks for coming here today. This is
great fun.
Fantastic place. What do you think of it?
I think it is stunning. I think this regeneration in Ramsgate is going to do them the world of good, and people travel down and enjoy the boating lake and the fantastic backdrop.
Okay, well, the fans are waiting for you. You're on next. So, the stage is going to be yours.
Thank you very much indeed. Take care.
Thank you.
Should we have a team hug?
Yeah. Shall we?
Yay!
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
I hope that Talia and Katie make this place a huge success. She's done a great job.
As music fills the air, a touch of class has returned to Westcliff. But what has Ramsgate made of it?
Welcome, this is David.
Welcome to Ramsgate.
Very pleased to meet you. Thank you very much indeed. So what do you think of this, huh?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, wonderful.
I was told that you sort of doubted it.
I did, yes, to start with, I must admit. having seen it before this process started, it was a leap of faith.
Duncan may be happy, but the pool's got to please some other tough talkers, our secret family.
Oh, there are no clues as to what it is.
I thought it was going to be like a really big theme park.
It reminds me of a horror movie.
They're back, and not so secret. What will they think?
I think they've really brightened it up without losing any of its kind of original charm.
Really, really nice with a lot of colours around, which didn't have before. Everything looked tired, and now it's vibrant.
The playground, when we visited the first time, it had grass, but it wasn't particularly well kept. I'm very glad to see that it's been replaced with this wonderful play park. which is safer and much nicer to look at. I certainly noticed that the water is a lot cleaner. You can see the bottom, which is great. It looks far more inviting.
Good evening, everyone. This is a lovely place and fantastic views. And what a great town it is. What a great bunch of people has been here today. I've really enjoyed it. But the fun hasn't stopped yet. We're going to have some music now. Fella and George are going to play and sing for you. Enjoy yourself. And once again, thank you all for coming.
I can definitely eat my words. I'm very proud that the children have exceeded our expectations far. And they've done a brilliant job. I'm very proud of them.
Sally and Katie's business was on the brink of collapse and Katie's house was on the line. But it seems they have a new beginning and Mum proudly watches on.
Thank you so much. It's been a great day and thank you for your continued support as well. Please come and help us out. It's brilliant. Thank you very much indeed.
It's been a few weeks since Duncan's last visit, and Fally's continue to pull out all the stops.
I personally think it's been amazing. There's loads more customers.
And everyone's having a great time.
They've all noticed the change and there's a whole lot of love up here now, I have to say. It's wonderful, I love it.
It seems the new Westcliff boating pool has given everyone a new lease of life.
Business is slowly starting to go where we want it to go, so it's all good.
Today we've got a group of children coming here for lunch and fun.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
What do you think of the place so far? Did you see it before we did all the work? Or?
I did see it before, but it was possibly about 10 years ago when my kids were young. So since then, great improvement.
Yeah.
The new playground is popular.
It's good to see lots of kids in here having fun. Absolutely, yeah.
And the dining room is going down a treat.
I haven't been here since I was a child until recently. Now it's lovely. Yeah, very nice. And then before I came here, it was all concrete floors, filthy dirty. In fact, the litter bin, is the original litter bin from like 30 odd years ago, and they've repainted it.
It's good that it's geographically quite close to us, so we haven't got to come too far. And the facilities is good.
I will come back, definitely. I think it's lovely.
So for now, all the hard work has paid off. But 1 month later, are the pounds still rolling in?
We haven't been as busy as we would have hoped to have been, but we've still been working hard to bring business to here. Yeah, the customers love the place now. I mean, they loved it anyway, and they could see that we were really trying and that we were working really hard. But I mean, it is such a big place, you know, and I think they were sort of thinking it might take us sort of 10, 15 years to get to what we've done now. We'll keep improving the place as we go on. But as far as the whole support your own seaside goes, I think we've raised the game, man.
So they are out of deep water. They may not be sailing into the sunset, but with a Duncan-proof business plan to follow, an all-weather attraction and more events planned, Westcliff, Fallis and Katie have every chance of success.
Well, it's actually nice to see one of these programmes that does have a happy ending, but will it next week? Find out next Tuesday at 9. Now, it's not exactly a happy ending, but this is well funny. A man pants around his ankles and covered in paint. Brick Cops Zero Tolerance is next here on Virgin 1.